morning, everybody. Wake up, wake up, wake up in Provincetown.
That's good.
This week featuring Wake Up, Wake Up. Can I have some coffee? Wake up, wake up. Make it strong, please. Hey, no. Wake up, wake up.
Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, September 10th, and you know what that means. It means Labor Day is behind us.
We love that.
I know. Congratulations to all of the workers of Provincetown and every town for all of your hard work all summer. You guys, we made it. This was a wet and wild one, topsy-turvy, bumpy roads.
So many droplets.
Yes, but, no summer is like any other summer. It was just another different summer.
Yeah.
That, we hated for about 3 straight weeks. But then loved again.
Yeah.
And, looking back, I'm only going to remember the good parts.
That's true. Things are still lively and fun in Provincetown, but they've just the pot is no longer bubbling over.
Yeah,
it's still at a steady boil, but it's not boiling over.
That slight edge is starting to come off. People's natural shine is returning. I had a friend tell me yesterday at the gym that he was still suffering from Augustitis, and I said, that's not possible because it's September 9th. You can't have it anymore. You don't have it.
What is it in September?
Septemberosis.
Not September issues?
So that's a fag bash theme.
Oh, yeah, but that's, yeah.
Yeah. No, but everybody's happy now, right? How was your week?
It was so much fun. It was busy. I crammed a lot in because as soon as everything else slows down, I have to fill it with other things.
What'd you fill it with?
Last Friday after the show, that Friday night, I worked the door at the Rainbow Connection party here at the Provincetown Brewing Company. It was so much fun. Andrew Haig was spinning some really incredible music. We had cleared off the dance floor. It was a cute little shindig.
Fun.
Yeah.
And then how was the rest of your weekend? Well, I worked with you on Saturday.
Yeah, we worked together Saturday. I worked Sunday. Monday was another one that was a lot of fun. Me and Bob hosted trivia right here at the PBC. My category was thruples. What was yours?
Mine was Reunited, and It Feels So Good. It was mostly about ABBA putting out 2 new songs after 40 years of promising they would never sing or record together again. Like other bands that made up and broke up and made up again. It was fun.
That's really cute.
Yeah. And then we went to the club. You didn't go to the club. I went to the club.
I went to Showgirls Monday night, which was
actually... The Varla hosted Showgirls?
Yeah, it was my first time at Showgirls this summer just because I haven't really had a chance to make it. But I was super excited to make this one. I love Ryan Landry to death, but Varla was so incredible. All of Another was so much fun. The acts were really incredible. I think the person who won was Naeem. What's his name?
What? Yeah. What did he do?
He sang. It was incredible.
How old was he?
9.
A child.
9? I thought that was the name.
No.
Did you say that was the person's name?
Both.
9. He was Naeem and he was 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Children winning at Showgirls.
Yeah.
What's next? You know what's next is the Showgirl Awards, which is next Monday. It's the final Showgirls of the year. It's where Penny Champagne does Landslide.
Cute. It's going to be at Pilgrim House.
It is going to be at the Pilgrim
Great.
House. I wonder if I'm eligible for an award because I competed once.
Best person to do Showgirls once.
Is that an award?
I don't think so.
Mark?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the running for Showgirl of the Year, even though I was half of an act that was in a 5-way tie for first place that night.
I like your odds.
I think so too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. What else did you do this week?
Well, I'm gonna say something I know people are gonna hate me for, but I feel like being a child gives you an advantage to winning.
Yeah.
People just love clapping for a child, and as much as that person was incredible, I hate to say it, there were better acts.
Don't hate to say it. Just be honest. Be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Be that mean, bitchy, middle-aged gay that we know you are.
Yeah.
It's okay to hate kids. I don't like them either.
I don't hate kids.
You don't?
In its core, it is a talent competition, and I think the best performance should win.
I also think it's traditionally more of a drag competition. If you're just going to stand up there and sing as a 9-year-old boy, was he in drag?
No.
Stop.
There was a lot of people who just sang, and it was really people were phenomenal.
It's now The Voice.
No.
Like everyone's singing?
Ezra performed that song from Greatest Showman, Never Enough. He sounded mind-blowingly amazing.
He's so good. He's so talented. I love him.
He did it in...
Should he have won?
He didn't actually come out to compete.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't. Is that normal? Is that typical?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain people that can't compete, like Penny Champagne can't compete.
Penny was
or
there.
opts
She was
not to every week.
She did a Dolly Parton number that was really great.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
That's her Labor Day number.
Cute.
Classic Penny.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 9 to 5. It's about work.
Cute. Yeah. I love that.
What else did you do? I know you went and got some night bites this week.
Oh yeah, last Friday after the Rainbow Connection party, I went over to the Night Bites thing, which was that cookie truck over at what was that, like Law Street and Commercial at that little park. It was a really cool setup, quite the experience. Everyone who worked it was like spooky.
Did you
Were
see
they just,
Olivia
like-
Lux there?
No, Olivia was there Wednesday. I made it Friday. I was a little late for my reservation, but they were still nice enough because I lied and said, "Oh my God, I got stuck at work."
They bought that?
I just feel like in Provincetown, if I'm like, "Oh, I'm a worker here, slaving away for everyone. Please help me." They're like, "Okay,
Don't give away that you're a liar.
whatever." People know.
But there's a cute picture of you and your boyfriend at the night bites, right?
no.
There's not?
There is a picture of me and my friend Michael, who we went to Night Bites together, and it was a lot of fun.
You and your boyfriend, Michael?
No, I'm gonna
Is the
fucking
picture
murder
on the
you.
screen right now, Jonathan?
I have no comment. I'm not getting involved in this.
So the funny thing is they give you this cookie, right?
Uh-huh.
And the cookie is beautiful. Did I send you a picture of the cookie as well? We ended up both getting the same cookie. It was like the water alien, which was featured in the American Horror Story.
Episode 2.
Like the was it an episode 2? No.
I've only seen the first one.
No, it was like the promo
Oh.
image. And the funny thing is that it's packaged outrageously and beautifully, but it's like you open it and like stuff falls out, and then it's in a box, and then it's in another box, and then 3 layers of plastic. But they're like, "What to do with your cookie?" And I was like, "Who needs explanation on what to do with their cookie?" But one of the options was to put it in a shadow box and keep it forever.
Do cookies last forever?
This one might.
What was it made of?
Was that too shaded? I crossed the line where this cookie might last forever because it tasted like it might last forever.
So the cookie was not delicious.
It was I think. Do you know when you eat a cake with fondant and you're like, that was gorgeous, but like I don't want to eat that? I think it was one of those where like because of the way they had to make it in order to make it as gorgeous as it was, they sacrificed flavor.
That's a read.
It was like a crispy sugar cookie.
Did your friend Michael enjoy his cookie?
I think so. Yeah.
Good. Did you go to Ginger Minge too?
Yeah, this past Wednesday I actually filled it with just going to a ton of shows. I caught the Townie show for Madam, who we have on our show today. We forgot to tell
everybody. We have
on
a
our show
great
today.
show for you today, guys. It's so chock full of amazing guests, talented
Yeah.
folks. I mean, if you're old enough, you might remember Madam as the final center square on the original Hollywood Squares. She now has a new man's hand up her ass. Waylon Flowers, of course, passed away in the late 80s. Matt Cody is here. And
Matt W. Cody.
Matt W. Cody. And
Yeah.
Matt taught Madam how to sing during the pandemic.
Word.
She sings now.
Some voice lessons.
She's a triple threat.
I love people. See, they say you can't keep teach an old dog new tricks, but you just clearly can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we also have David Raleigh coming in to perform for us in a moment.
David is singing a beautiful original love song and dedicating it to our friend Janet, who got married on Tuesday. Oh, that's what I did this week.
Who's also going to be on our show.
We have a 4.5 minute, if you missed Janet's wedding, you're gonna get to see. I didn't make it to the Red Room, like the third part of the day. There was like the wedding on Long Point, dinner at the club, and then there was dancing at the Red Room. I went home and fell asleep because I was tired. That's the word. Not
Tired.
wasted, tired.
So fell asleep, not blacked out.
Well, like I had flip-flops on all day because it was a beach wedding, and then I was like, after the club, I was like, let me go home and put on shoes so I could dance at the Red Room, and I laid down on my living room floor to put on shoes and woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I have a hard time going home once it's dark and then making it back out.
Yeah, I knew that I was gonna stay there.
And we also have Jeremy Hobson.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jeremy and I we just realized that we have a lot of like really, really old relationships in common.
Interesting.
We both went to Boston University at the same time, but
No
didn't
way.
know each other.
No way.
Yeah, I'm a little bit older, so I was a grad student. He was an undergrad student who knew very well my first love, who was also at Boston University at the same time.
Is that the person who you think of when you cry to that S Club 7 song?
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of show, huh? Wow.
But was it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Shut up. I'm gonna kill you.
Now.
Your personal life is fair game, not mine. So that's our show. It's all coming up for you shortly.
It's over.
No, what did you think of Ginger Minge?
Well, I saw Madam Wednesday night, the
Right.
Townie show. The first show over at the Pilgrim House, it was so mind-blowingly amazing. It was one of those things where, like, as someone who's performed on stage before, I like kind of flipped back and forth between just being engaged with Madam and then be like having moments where I was like, this is the most impressive thing I've ever seen. It's like I can barely do one thing on stage and do it okay, and Matt was doing like 15 things on stage and doing them all perfectly. It really blew my mind.
Amazing.
Yeah. But then after I made it over to Ginger Minge's show, finally, I feel bad that I didn't get to see it before our interview, but after the interview, I was like, there's no chance I can miss the show because I truly fell in love with Ginger Minge last Friday. If you missed that show, you can watch it after this on our YouTube channel. While you're there, please hit subscribe.
I did the same. I went last night to Ginger Minge.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Cute. Did
Loved
you
it.
enjoy?
Yeah, we sat right up front. She's so pretty. She's so good.
Yeah, she looked incredible. Did she wear that same pink glittery dress?
No, it was a black dress last night.
Oh, I'm happy I got the pink glittery dress. It was stunning.
Big blonde hair.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
But the show was so much fun. It was kind of very freeform and just her interacting with the audience, which I think is a really incredible skill to have. She was phenomenal.
Yeah, totally. And that leads us to today. That was your
Did
week.
we get through the whole week?
I mean,
Did I do other
You worked
things?
yesterday. I went to Ginger Minge yesterday. I did the wedding on Tuesday. Wednesday was work. And this week was just as busy as last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, still really, really busy at work, which is great.
It was
Thank you all for
it
coming.
slowed down a touch last night, but like it was more than welcome.
Oh, while I'm on the topic of work, I have to mention this because last week when I ranted about that bartender who...
I was gonna say, who are we tearing to shreds
No.
today?
the bartender from town that sat at my bar last week and behaved appallingly, and then I ranted about it on this show for about 5 minutes last week. I didn't realize he was somebody that watches the show. And so he knew I was talking about him, and he reached out to apologize for his
sweet.
appalling behavior.
Oh, so we're continuing to tear him apart. Great,
No,
great.
it was a teachable moment for both of us. I was like, this is really great that this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story with a happy ending. So thank
Great.
you.
He
person.
did come in for dinner, I think Sunday or Tuesday.
Yeah, not Tuesday.
You didn't work Tuesday.
Oh,
so
you're
maybe
right.
Tuesday.
You're right.
And I didn't really get a chance to wait on much because I was chained to the service bar as I often am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you come into the Red Inn and I don't get to talk to you a lot, it's because I'm making drinks for literally everyone in the whole restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was well behaved.
Great. Awesome. I love that.
Mission accomplished, Bob.
Happy endings. Happy endings.
Yeah. Yesterday there was some not so great news that happened here in town. Yesterday the weather was not good, and one of the unfortunate events that it caused was a small plane crash at the Provincetown airport, a Cape Air flight. From what I understand, made it off the end of the runway and into some trees. Unfortunately, there was a fire, and everyone is okay and alive, but unfortunately some people were badly burned, so our thoughts go out to the members of that flight.
So it wasn't like a crash. It never really flew away. It kind of wrecked before it took off.
I don't know if it was taking off or landing.
I don't know either, but I have a lot of friends that won't fly on those little planes because like this is their that's like somebody's nightmare coming true in real time. That's horrifying. I'm so sorry to anybody that was on that or witnessed that. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Is there good news from yesterday? Say something happy and fun now.
Happy and fun.
Tell a
Did you
knock-knock joke.
Did you see the article in the Provincetown Independent about the group in Wellfleet that are Yimbies?
Yes, in my backyard?
Yeah.
No,
It's really cute, but I just love
That is a good story.
I think we need more of that on the Outer Cape, kind of honestly everywhere, but especially here in Provincetown.
Great. Yay, Wellfleet.
Yeah.
Good.
David, do you want to get in? Oh, perfect.
Speaking of Wellfleet, poor David Raleigh was going to the Wellfleet Beachcomber the other day because you'd never been to the Beachcomber, right? He had never been, and they got all the way there, and it was closed for a staff party.
Oh no. They're over soon, right?
October 3rd.
Oh, they're open for a bit more.
But
That's
they're
great.
going to be closed 1 or 2 days in the middle of the week. I think Tuesday they're going to be closed. But it should be easier to get into the parking lot this month
Yeah.
than it was in all of August. But I feel so bad because he just told me this story and I just started laughing.
That's very Bob
We
Keary
got
of you.
all the way there and it wasn't even open. That sucks. That's happened before. Like sometimes I get there and they're like, the parking lot's full, you can't come in. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I deserve that because I waited till 12:30.
Is there anywhere else to park around there?
There's another beach like half a mile away or 0.8 miles away, and you can actually walk along the beach and come up the hill.
Oh, that's cute.
If you want. But that's, 20 minutes walking on the beach.
Right.
If you enjoy long walks on the beach.
Who doesn't? That's like a standard I'm boring and that's what I like thing.
I enjoy short walks on the beach.
Mm.
Like I don't want to walk for 45 minutes to get to a restaurant.
I enjoy
Palanquin?
Palanquin.
What's that?
It's like where it's like a bed that people like carry.
I don't know that.
You know, in like ancient civilizations where it's like just people carrying like this bed that you're lying on, like
Oh.
royalty and stuff.
What they carry Mariah around on during her concert?
I'm sure.
I should have known that word.
Yeah.
Is David gonna sing right now?
Yes.
You guys, this song is called In My Wildest Dreams. It's a David Raleigh original, beautiful love song. I love David so much. And he's dedicating this to Jana and Henry, who tied the knot on Tuesday. Take it away, David.
All of my life I've been dreaming about this feeling. It felt so right. But all of my dreams were deceiving, except the one that came true tonight. And when I held you, I found true meaning. And when I kiss you, I know I'm here on this earth. And I think heaven sent me an angel. 'Cause in my wildest dreams, you were this wonderful. You weren't this special. This moment was magical, but not this magical. You weren't this soft to touch, and I didn't love you this much. In my wildest dreams. All of the time I spent looking for someone to share myself with day and night. Oh baby, I never dreamed that when I'd find you, you'd breathe into my soul your gift of life. And when I held you, I found true meaning. And when I kiss you, I know I'm here on this earth. It's to love you. Now I know heaven sent me an angel. 'Cause in my wildest dreams, you were this wonderful. You weren't this special, no. This moment was magical. it's wonderful. You weren't this special, no. This moment was magical, but not this magical. You were this soft to touch, and I didn't love you this much in my wildest dreams.
That was so pretty.
David, congratulations, Janet and Henry. Do you
Yeah, we have a birthday call.
We're gonna do a birthday call before we show you the cute little wedding video that I made on Tuesday. I made of Tuesday.
Do you think he'll more likely answer
This
for
person
me
doesn't.
or you?
You. It's very early for this person. This
We'll
person
see.
is an artist, a very talented artist who we've had on the show a few times. You may have seen his carnival decorations around town a couple of weeks ago. Those giant red shoes under the boat slip
Yeah.
are coming out from under the boat slip. That was Josh. And it's his birthday right now, which means I bet he was up pretty late last night.
Oh, that's true.
And I don't think he works on Friday. So he's not awake. He's not
Probably
awake.
not awake.
But we just want... that's the voicemail.
Straight
Josh,
to voicemail.
happy birthday.
Yeah.
We love you. Thank you for all the beauty you bring to town with your art.
Yeah. And if you didn't get a chance, if you weren't in town for Carnival and you didn't get a chance to see his decorations, you can go back to our episode a couple weeks ago where we did a feature on him and we featured all of his amazing decorations.
And so now, you guys, Tuesday was so beautiful. They got really, really lucky with weather. It was one of the most beautiful days of the year.
was.
And this was a production. They had to get shuttles of people out to Long Point for the wedding. And then Janet's boat arrived, and then Henry's boat arrived. It was like,
That's so cute.
I know. It was really, really cute. So here's 4.5 minutes of it. I tried to show you a little bit of everything. Enjoy the love and the beauty.
No, it's not like
You won't can't camera, girl.
someone else lift her. Here we go.
Yes, please. I've been waiting for it. I love you. Oh my gosh, okay. So my idea was to have everybody kind of stand around. Andrea, hi everybody.
Just the joining of Henry and Janet in marriage. About a year ago, Janet posted on Facebook, "Just because you haven't met the love of your life doesn't mean you ever will." And the following week, she met Henry. Romantic.
Oh yeah, you're gonna prove it. Sound check. Thank you. Nice to see you.
It's your passport, your main name, the IDN number, where your job, this and that, and then we have to have a video.
My wife. My wife.
Just said yes. Anyway, we're gonna cut the cake. I love you. I love Henry so much. I mean, can you fucking see it? And you guys, thank you so much for coming too.
Wasn't that so beautiful? Don't you wish you didn't have to work that day?
Yeah, I think you've been friends with Janet for so long. I figured I had to be the one who worked.
I know, I got to be on the bridesmaid boat.
No way.
Well, like, I was Abby's date. Abby was doing her hair and makeup.
Oh, I
so
saw
got
Abby
to-
in town, and I was like, I know you're in town, but obviously
was
that's
here
what she
to
was
help
in
with
town
the
for.
wedding. I know.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's super cute. And now, please welcome to the show the legend herself, Madam.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
So good.
Now, where's Al Roker? Al, are you here? I was expecting to see Al Roker.
Not today.
Not today.
He's on break today.
I've got you two, and you two are much cuter.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Speaking of cute, we also have Matt W. Cody here to join us
How
today.
are you?
Hi, Matt.
So
Good morning, Provincetown.
Thank you for making some time to come on the show.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Thank
It's
you.
our pleasure.
Thank you for waking up so early, madam. Thank you for still being awake after partying all night.
Well, you know, I got some sleep last night. I've got to keep kind of the lines smoothed out, you know.
And success.
I don't want the facelift to just pop and fall forward, you know. We got to keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it all tucked in, you know, dear.
So, madam, we're so happy to see you back in Provincetown, back at the Pilgrim House.
Oh,
you kind of
yes.
have a storied history of performing at the Pilgrim House.
Well, I certainly do. You know, Wayland Flowers, who created me head to toe, nose and chin, bless him. He was my original creator. And we were at the Pilgrim House, starting, I think, in the early 70s. My mind is merciful, you know. I can't remember everything, thank goodness. Early 70s, yes, in the Madeira Room. The Madeira Room was the underground club. And, well, we entertained the folks and all the gays and all the lesbians and all the trans and the bi and everything. It was a wonderful time.
And now you're back at it.
And now I'm
entertaining
back
the same
at it.
people.
All the same people. And even more, well, their children and their grandchildren, for fuck's sake, honestly. Everyone's getting older, except me. What's with these bluebirds? What's going on up here?
Just a leftover party decoration that we decided to keep up because they're cute.
Well, as long as they don't poop on me, you know.
I don't think they will.
I got the ostrich feathers. I don't need ostrich poop, too.
Can you tell us who you're wearing today?
Well, I'm wearing a local gal, a townie, as you say, Lorraine Lewis. Oh, Lorraine, didn't she do a beautiful job? There we
That
are.
is beautiful.
She really did.
Oh, it feels good to look this rich and still feel so cheap, let me tell you. Bless you, Lorraine. Thank you, dear.
I was going to ask you what it's like to have a man's hand up your ass for 2 hours, but Harrison just told me.
Good one, dear.
gonna be
Bob,
that
that's
kind of
very
show.
good. I'm stealing that for my next show. I'm going to saunter down Commercial Street and use that one, dear. Very good.
Take it, girl, take it.
I didn't know it was a comedy show. Neither did they. Oh, yes, indeed.
She's been watching for a half hour. She just realized it was a comedy show.
Oh, no, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. Don't be silly.
So you have a little run here in Provincetown at the Pilgrim House for the next week and a half?
I have a little run, do I? Oh, no, the
no.
show, you mean. Oh, yes, the show. Now, yes, we opened last night. Well, we had the Townie show on Wednesday. Last night was our official opening, and you know I do love a good opening. Yes. I do love a good opening, I say.
I was at the opening and it was truly incredible.
Comedy show, they keep saying. Hands off the merchandise. No, it was wonderful. And then we do tonight and tomorrow, so the 10th and the 11th at 6 o'clock at Pilgrim House. And the next week we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7:30 for the queens who want to have dinner at 6 and then see the show.
And you were saying that singing is a new skill.
Well, a little bit. You know, Wayland and I did do some singing together, but you know, here with Matt, we decided we would, you know, expand my repertoire, shall we say. So during the pandemic, I took some singing lessons, and so did he, thank God. And it's going pretty well, I think. Me, 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 me. Yes, I've warmed up all morning. So we're going to do a little something for you later. With my pianist and music director, Mike Flanagan!
Yeah.
Mike Flanagan is in the house.
Yeah, we love Mike Flanagan. He also produced our intro song.
I know, and I love it with the clapping at the beginning and the whole thing. Kind of a percussive element. I do love a good percussive element.
Just four superstars working with Mike Flanagan, you know?
That's exactly how I feel about it. Mike carries the whole thing.
He does.
And he's so handsome, too, isn't he? Beautiful man.
Where do you live the rest of
No
the year?
offense. Oh, I live in New York City, right by the Port Authority.
Really?
Yes. I go through the Port Authority every morning on my way to work.
On your way to Provincetown.
On my way to Provincetown, yes, yes, yes.
One of my favorite moments from the show, which I think was especial for opening night, but your friend Marlena Shell was in the audience. Could you tell me a little about her and how your friendship over the years?
Well, Marlene is a very special friend, a very special, unique woman. So she was Wayland's manager, confidant, dear friend and caretaker at the end of his life. And so it's very, very special. And so she is a partner in the company that owns this whole project, you see. And she's on site this week, and she's enjoying the show, and she's a magical woman. She goes way back. We're dear friends.
Another thing that I loved about the show is you did a little segment of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Oh, my favorite game.
Well, that's great, because I want to play a little bit with you right now.
Oh, we'd love to. Let's do a little Marry, Fuck, Kill. It's the way I get to skewer the celebrities, you know. There's so little of that going on these days. I like to get my digs in, you know.
So you're iconically won the last center square on the original run of Hollywood Squares.
I was the Wayland and I should clarify, were the final center square on the original Hollywood Squares, and we were asked the last question, too, by the great Peter Marshall, who's still alive and in his 90s, for God's sake.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. Peter, if you're watching, we love you. Going to come see you in Palm Springs soon.
Ooh. So I wanted to play Fuck, Marry, Kill with right after you, the three most iconic center squares of all time.
Oh, good.
So Fuck, Marry, Kill, Paul Lynde, the original center square.
Yes, now Paul Lynde. Now there's a man who enjoyed having someone's fist up his rear end even more than I did.
Oh, wow. Then we also have Whoopi Goldberg from the 90s to 2000s run.
Oh, I love Whoopi. Wonderful actress.
And then Joan Rivers from the 80s run.
Oh, Joan Rivers, too, yes. Well, Joan was great. You know, before I had Lorraine's dresses, you know, I was wearing one of Joan Rivers' sleeves. Sparkly and glittery.
So who would you fuck, marry, kill? Joan, Whoopi, Paul?
Oh, let's see. Well, I can't imagine killing any of them. I suppose I'd marry Whoopi. We'd kind of settle down. You know, she doesn't fly on a plane at all, you know. She has this big bus, and she takes the bus everywhere, so I'd have to get used to that. I'd have to learn my truck driver lingo, you know, to do that. So I'd probably marry Whoopi. I think I'd fuck Paul. Well, I did fuck Paul. He was very good, you know. A big stud. Oh, I fucked all the studs. Rip Taylor, Tab Hunter, Charles Nelson Riley, Paul Lynde, all of them. Wonderful men, all of them. And I guess that leaves me with killing Joan Rivers, but she's already dead, so it's not a problem. Oh, it's just a game, dear. As long as I get to fuck Mike, that's the most important thing.
Get in line, girl.
Exactly. So says the rest of Provincetown.
Exactly.
What song are you and Mike doing later?
Well, we're going to do an old, fun, vaudevillian 20s era ditty called, well, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but it's about my friend Maud, my dear best friend Maud, who's also my personal assistant, you know. And Maud is a little naive in the ways of the world, and she's learning new sexual things, even at her age. God bless her, but she's gotten a little confused. So it's a little song about Maud and her new ideas. Hobbies, shall we say, hobbies.
Can I ask you one question real quick? You are a legend. You've been doing this your whole life.
I know I'm a legend. Oh, go ahead.
What advice do you have for a young showgirl coming up in the scene these days?
keep it in your pants.
You hear
No, well, you know, just
relate.
do the work. Work hard. Yes, it's advice for the two of you too. Let me tell you. No, you have to do the work, and you have to show up and be polite and be kind, and you know, save the diva stuff for another day. Try to bring some joy into the world. Are you listening? Are you taking notes?
I should be writing this down.
You certainly should.
So Matt, how did you get involved with Madam? How did you get to this point?
How did I get to this point? It's a great question. Well, it's absolutely out of the blue. So Ken Horgan and Scott Bente, who are the proprietors of Pilgrim House. So Ken has a relationship with Marlena, and there was talk of bringing Madam back. Marlena really wanted to bring Madam back so that she can live on and meet the current generation and the next generation, but we also honor Wayland in the past and the whole thing. And my partner is Daniel Frank Kelly, AKA Paige Turner, who's also a Pilgrim House artist and here in Provincetown. So I got to know Ken and Scott and the Pilgrim House team through Daniel, through Paige. And when the Madam thing kind of came up for Ken, he reached out. And it was one of those beautiful things that came out of the pandemic, really, which is that Paige's bar show in New York. So Paige had the longest running drag show in New York at Therapy Bar on Sunday nights. And during pandemic, she couldn't do her bar show. So she moved it online, Facebook Live, from our bedroom in Hell's Kitchen in Manhattan. And so I would help out. And because, you know, necessity is the mother of invention, shall we say. And Paige has some puppets. So I was like, I'll do the puppets, I'll help with trivia, all those kinds of things. And Ken and Scott saw me do the puppets and saw me do the trivia, and I'm also an actor and a voiceover actor, and I've done some animation, I've done voices, and never puppetry really, and never comedy. But you know, really it's a credit to Ken and Scott and Marlena, who said, you know, give it a try. So I did a little voice audition for them, and then I got a puppet. Well, we don't say that word and everything. What? That's verboten. That word is verboten. Yes, I got a Madam and worked with her a little bit, and that was just in April, and we were off and running because Paige had to come up in May to start her run here at Pilgrim House, and I came along, and we just got going, we just got started. Met Mike, met Lorraine. It's a wonderful team, so we're having the best time.
I mean, you two are really electric on stage together.
Well, that's because I'm sitting on this. Oh yes. No, you mean metaphorically? Yes, of course. A real live wire over here, isn't he? Yes.
So do you think maybe this would be an every summer kind of thing?
Absolutely. We want to be at Pilgrim House every summer for as long as we're still going, right, honey? Exactly. And then there's going to be a U.S. tour. We're getting ready to launch that. So Mike and Ken and I and Marlena and Lorraine, we're looking at different places to go. I'm from Milwaukee originally, so I would love to go to Milwaukee with her, which would be fun. Milwaukee, Chicago would be totally fun. I went to UCLA for college, so I would love to do LA and Silver Lake and Palm Springs. So, but we want to reach the new generation while honoring the past and honoring Wayland, which we do in our show, as you saw.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And
I can't wait to see it.
body humor is timeless, so.
Oh, it never goes out of style. Like my body, shall we say. Keeping it slim, dear, keeping it slim. By the way, do you like my diamonds?
Oh, gorgeous.
Those are my summer diamonds.
Oh.
Some are diamonds, some are not. Good one, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with us.
Well,
we
thank
really
you for
look
having
forward
us.
to your
It's
little.
an honor.
Yes, and everyone come see the show. It's so much fun. It's wonderful to be here again.
It was an hour of just laughs, and I cried a little a couple times.
Oh, bless you.
Your fault.
Yes, well, we tried to check all the boxes, shall we see? Check all the boxes, dear. Corrugated and otherwise. All right, yes.
Thanks for sitting down with us. We really look forward to your performance in just a few moments.
Thank you, guys.
We'll let you
Thank you.
step off and warm up.
Sounds good.
Perfect. See you in a minute.
So we do have to tell you about something that's happening on Saturday, October 9th. It is the launch of a brand new nonprofit.
Is it the
here
2nd or the 9th?
The 9th.
Perfect.
Which is actually Peter's birthday, but it's also a Saturday, so we're going to be working together.
Yeah.
We won't be
We're
able
gonna
to
try
attend this.
I might try to get up.
But I'm just going to read this to you guys. You are warmly welcomed aboard to the biggest and best gala launch event and fundraiser in recent town history to benefit Project Valor Sailing. I love the mission of this. Did you read this?
Yeah.
A newly incorporating nonprofit dedicated primarily as a therapeutic experience and adventure for service-connected disabled veterans. All veterans and those ages 15 and up wishing to learn to sail one of the most unique vessels in our harbor. The Valor, a Purple Heart vessel whose pennant flies proudly from her main mast, is presently being refitted stem to stern in Williamsburg, Virginia for disabled adaptability and is scheduled for arrival and launch spring 2022. So the gala is at the Tanasi Gallery, 234 Commercial Street, Provincetown, from 4 to 7 on Saturday, October 9th.
Yeah, it's
from
going to be
4 to 7.
Tons of fun, tons of celebs, stars, your favorite.
Lots of performances.
Yeah, performances. It's going to be so much fun. And this is such a cool thing that they're doing. The boat is stunning. Did you see the pictures? Mm-hmm. Gorgeous. Definitely check out their website.
ProjectValorSailing.org.
Yeah.
That's ProjectValorSailing.org.
Yeah, and we're also very happy to announce that they're going to be our newest sponsor.
I know, and there's also an auction. They're selling tickets for an auction, so definitely go. This is going to be so much fun. Saturday, October 9th. Put it in your calendar now.
Yeah, and we'll have tons more details coming up as the event approaches. We're really excited about it.
Congratulations, Adam, and everybody else.
Awesome.
Yeah. And now please welcome to the show our friend Jeremy Hobson.
Hi.
What's going on?
You know, I've been a big watcher of the show, long-time listener, first-time caller, as we would say in the radio business. I know many careers have been destroyed by an appearance on Wake Up in Provincetown, and I hope not to be one of them.
Just mine and Bob's.
Oh, so you saw all the political episodes?
Yikes. Let's talk about your career in radio. You started at such a young age. What made you want to get involved in radio?
You know, I grew up in Central Illinois. I grew up in Champaign-Urbana, and I was obsessed with radio as a kid. Like when I was 5 and 6, I was listening to the oldies station in town and would request like an hour's worth of their Saturday night request night. I would win pizzas like every week on their call-in contests. I just loved the idea of somebody talking to me. I felt like I had a friend on the other end of the radio, and as I grew up a little bit and learned that I could do more than just, you know, listen to music on the radio, that it could be used as this place for documentary, for conversation, to sort of enlighten, inform, then I really got hooked and did some oral history documentaries in high school, and then went to NPR as an intern when I was 17. It took a year off between high school and college and went and interned in DC at All Things Considered.
Oh, that's incredible.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, really fun history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you moved to Boston for school.
I went to Boston for school, and then worked at the NPR station there, WBUR, throughout my college. And then as soon as I was done, went back to DC, was a producer for many years, became a reporter for a show called Marketplace on public radio when I was like 20-something, 24, something like that. And then became a host of a Marketplace morning report when I was 28. Was the youngest host in national public radio history, and then went to Here and Now a few years later and spent 7.5 years there, and then just left last October and came down here. I guess actually I came down here before I left, but yeah.
Like a pandemic move?
Yeah, I actually broadcast. I live in Truro, as you know. I'm Truish. We love that. We just love. I mean, I actually am. My mother's Jewish, so I am Jewish. But like our joke in Truro is, oh, I didn't know they were Truish. What beach do they go to? But I did the show from Truro for 6 months. We came down my husband and I came down in March of 2020, and we were there, and then we're still here. So. Yeah.
You're married. Harrison's almost married.
Really?
What's going on here? So you left WBUR to kind of start a new venture, which has been going for about a few months now.
Well, I left and then started a new venture. I started this podcast, the Hobcast, which is like a weekly conversation podcast that allows me to kind of try out a show and see what I would do if I can do it my own way. And I'll just say, like, in the course of my career, I've lived in, New York, Los Angeles, Boston, Washington, D.C., London, Chicago, and I have had, in the last year and a half, I've realized that in Provincetown /Truro, more interesting dinner parties than any of those places. New York would be the one that would come closest, but here, especially right now in the pandemic, as you guys know, all of these people that are literally at the top of their game in entertainment, tech, healthcare, business, politics are here. And so I just have found that like these conversations I'm having with people are so interesting, and I wanted to bring a little bit of that to this podcast, and which is why, you know, it's kind of about everything. Like we've had all kinds of different guests on so far, but I just think that I want to shine a little bit of a light on what P-Town is right now.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite things that I love about the community here is it's kind of like an equalizer. It's like when you're in Provincetown, you're just a person no matter what you do, and it's all about connecting with people, sharing your stories, and no one is better, cooler than anyone else.
Well, and also like I've been coming to P-Town for 20 years, probably since I was at BU. I've been coming for just a little bit and then more and more and more over the years. And the joke at like tea dance is always that, you know, you have like a 1-minute conversation with somebody and it's like, oh, where are you from? How long are you here for? Where are you staying? Blah, blah, blah. And I feel like tea dance right now is like this 10-minute conversation, 15-minute conversation. Like it's especially when you live here, it's like a daily happy hour where you can actually get a little deeper with people than that sort of surface level 1 P-Town.
You really read me for all my like go-to questions when I don't know what to say to people.
Like, actually I have to go to the bathroom right now. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Wow, you're really reading me now. Right. People think I have like a bladder issue because of how often I pee at tea. I'm like, I'll be right back.
I was talking to somebody that was here earlier in the summer for a month, and he was like, I find that when you're here for a week, it's hard to really get to know people and get involved in the community, and because you are true-ish, you know, it's like once you put down a little bit of a root here, you really, really can get to know the most incredible people here.
Absolutely, and I think that there's something about the fact that a lot of people are on vacation here, and even people that aren't take time to enjoy themselves, experience nature, hike, bike, whatever, like do things that you can't do when you live in a city, puts us all in a little bit of a different mind space that allows a more open, free way of communicating that I think, you know, lends itself to really good conversations.
Mm-hmm. Are you watching American Horror Story?
Not yet. We thought about it last night and started Halston instead, which I love.
I love
which is great.
Halston.
Yeah, right.
Great. You've highlighted some incredible people who live right here in Provincetown. One of my Wake Up's favorites, and someone who you had on your show a few weeks ago was Miss Kaya Cristal. How was chit-chatting with her?
Awesome. And one of the things I've found with her and with other people that I've had on, because I've had, you know, Eric Hundman, the newest episode of the Hobcast, it's called the Hobcast, is out yesterday, and it's with Eric Hundman, who lives here right now and is a China scholar at NYU Shanghai, speaks fluent Mandarin. By the way, John Richardson speaks fluent Mandarin. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, they started chit-chatting with each other right before the recording of the Hobcast.
Stop.
But one of the things I learned is that there are things about all these people that have been on the Hobcast. We also had Paolo Martini, who you know is the chief scientific officer of Moderna. And one of the things I've learned is that many of our friends here in town that know these people may not actually know a lot of the things about them that I, you know, am able to get them to talk about on there. So Kaya was amazing, and she sang for me on the Hobcast.
On your podcast?
Yeah.
That's killer.
Yeah.
What'd she sing?
She sang this song, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a song that she learned when she was 3 years old. So she was like a star singer in the church choir in Missouri when she was a little kid. And they, her mom was like, you have to sing more, and yeah, she can still sing that song, although at a lower register than she used to.
Right. Of course. Right. One thing I love about your podcast is how you kind of like, when it comes to your guests, you like, it seems like the criteria is interesting, and that's it. Like, if it's going to be fun, if it's going to be interesting, there's kind of no through line to your guests. It's just what made you kind of want to cover all bases. And
so one of the things, this is the first time, you know, the last year, almost a year, is the first time in my adult life when I have not been working in daily news. And I've learned a few things in that period about about the media in general. And I think that we spend the media, and I'm still a huge news junkie. I know everything about that plane crash that happened yesterday. Everything.
Like
about
more
it.
than us, I'm
Yes.
sure.
It was landing, by the way. It was landing.
Okay,
It flew from Boston and it was landing.
One of the things we do encourage here is people to yell from off camera to
I
correct
did
us.
yell, but you couldn't hear me. One of the things I've realized is that, there is so much focus in the media right now on Afghanistan, COVID, politics, and there are so many other things in our lives that are just as important as those things, which, look, I am all for people paying attention and being informed citizens, but there are so many things that are going on, food, travel, sex, all kinds of things that are important pieces of our lives that I think don't get enough attention in music, in the media. And I want to kind of equalize it a little bit and go, okay, look, I'm going to spend an entire episode talking about China. And I'm going to spend a whole episode talking about COVID with the chief scientific officer of Moderna. But I'm also going to spend an entire episode talking with Ezra Tuolo, who I'm going to go and see right after this to record another podcast, or with Kaya, or next week I'm speaking with an emergency room doctor in Washington, D.C. I just think we need to have more of a wide-ranging conversation in the media in general, and that's what I want to do.
That's what we're trying to do too.
Yeah,
Exactly. You guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
I also really appreciate that because I listened to your episode on Afghanistan, and it was great because it's hard with the news because if you wait 12 hours and then try to be like, what's going on, you're only going to get the most current clickbaity title. I need to understand it all, and that's what's so great about that. You kind of talk through everything, and I'm like, oh, I get what's going on.
Right. We're the media are following a squirrel every day, and it's like you come in, it's, oh my God, did you hear that this person said this? We need to throw out the top of our show and do that instead. And it's like, well, let's take 5 minutes and think about that. Do we really? Is that really a bigger story than this other thing? Right now, I'm getting kind of annoyed because there is so much focus right now on Biden's poll numbers are dipping. Biden's poll numbers are dipping. Let's not talk about the enormous transformative infrastructure and reconciliation packages that are going through Congress that are going to literally change America. Let's talk about the fact that Biden's poll numbers are 10 points lower than they were 2 weeks ago. It's like, it's just, there's no context. I want to bring some context.
No, totally. I love that.
Let's have dinner sometime soon.
All right.
And also, thank you so much. One of the first kind of bigger mentions of us was you talking about both Wake Up in Provincetown and the Provincetown Independent. So thank you for that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, both. I think news is very important, and I think having local news is very important, and I think you guys are doing an awesome job of it, and I think the Provincetown Independent is doing an awesome job of it too.
Definitely. Totally.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thanks
you
so much. Thanks for stopping by this
my
morning.
pleasure.
Awesome. We'll see you soon.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Now they're going to get ready for Madam to sing, right?
Yeah. One thing I did want to mention really quickly is the Wash Ashore Music Festival. It's a Provincetown Brewing Company event that they're organizing for Columbus Day weekend. It is
Indigenous Peoples Weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you for gasping.
I'm sorry. But Indigenous Peoples Day
Canceled.
Indigenous Peoples Day weekend, it is going to be, there are events all over town. A lot of them are going to be right here at the Provincetown Brewing Company tap room. You can check out their website for all of the artists they've announced so far. I know João Santos, who you've seen perform a few times on our show, is going to be a performer. But check out the full list of performers that they've released so far. You can also buy tickets for the entire weekend on their website.
Don't forget about the Swim for Life this weekend, too.
Oh my God, is that tomorrow?
It is.
Cute. And they're swimming this year, right?
They are swimming. They're doing a shore route rather than going to Long Point. Or normally they start on Long Point and come across the harbor. They're swimming along the shoreline so as to avoid sharks.
That's very smart.
What?
Just more.
Yeah, so...
can you still donate?
Yes, you can. You can still donate. Swimforlife.org. Jay Critchley is there accepting all donations. And also don't forget, last weekend we were encouraging people to donate to Outer Cape Health Services because the White Party didn't get to happen. Their annual fundraiser that raises $100,000, which is a lot of money for a tiny little clinic like the one that we have here. So,
especially one that so many of us rely on.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So. Take it away. Mike, Madam, Matt.
Adam and Matt, take it away.
Well, good morning, Provincetown, once again. This is Mike Flanagan. How are you, dear? A familiar face to everyone here. Well, of course, this song is just a little ditty that we're going to sing. Now, it's because, well, my friend Maud, you know, she's, as I explained earlier, she's having a little bit of a hard time with this new hobby she's into, and I'm hoping all of you can sort of help me with it. Can I ask you a question? A question? A question. It's something I can't figure out. I hope you won't say no. It's all about my friend Maud. My friend Maud. My friend Maud. She's joined a nudist colony. And what I want to know, what can you get a nudist for her birthday? What sort of birthday present can you buy? Tell me on the level, can I get her a muff? I know they only wear a smile, but that can't be enough. What can you get a nudist for her birthday? The things I used to buy her would be wrong. I'd send a check, but dash it, how could she go out and cash it? What can you get a nudist when her birthday comes along? Oh, Maud, bless her heart, she's tried everything. Lesbianism, bisexuality, Scientology. What can you get a nudist for her birthday? What sort of birthday present can you buy? She often seems so lonely, I could get her a cat. But every time I'd visit her, I'd see her pussy cat. What can you get a nudist for her birthday? A lacy bra would simply be all wrong. Especially since now her tits would be exposed like all her bits. What can you get a nudist when her birthday comes along? Oh, Maud, bless her heart. Come see us at the Pilgrim House. 5 more shows. Bless you all. Thank you.
Thanks, madam. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys, we want to thank our sponsors, the Adam Howard Metal Workshop at 3 Bradford Street, Cafe Heaven, the Red Inn, Be Well Cannabis Dispensary, where you can get all your green needs met.
Yeah, and Project Valor.
And Project Valor.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks to Jeremy, David, Madam, Matt, Mike, Janet getting married, Henry getting married.
What a great show.
It was
I love
fun.
that we're after Labor Day. You guys, we're going to have a wonderful fall.
Yeah.
Join us.
Yeah, we'll see you all in town soon.
Thanks for waking up in Provincetown.
Wherever you are.
Good morning, everybody.